Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Christine. Today we are going along with my Instagram series, and today we're talking all about how to teach others to take the best pictures of you. So you already know how to pose, you already know how to take your own pictures at home. If you watch any of my other Instagram series videos, I'll go ahead and link them up in the eye, but I put together a playlist of pretty much everything that you need to know for Instagram, how to pose, how to look more photogenic, how to edit your pictures, even showing you guys how I take my own photos at home. But we always have those instances where we're out in public and we need someone to take a picture of us. Either it's your boyfriend, a friend, even a stranger. And today I'm going to teach you how to always get the best pictures of yourself if someone else besides you is taking your picture. So before we go ahead and dive into the video, first make sure you hit the subscribe button and also hit that little notification bell. That lets you know every time I post a new video every Tuesday and Thursday. And we are focusing on this Instagram theme, so you definitely don't want to miss out. And anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So like I said in the intro, I do have a video all about how to pose. I feel like that's such an important video to watch, to get those triangles down, get your poses, so that way when it's your turn to take your pictures, you know exactly what poses you're gonna do, what type of looks, and it's just super easy. And the only part that you need to focus on is to teach that other person to take photos of you, because it's not that hard, but people really be struggling out here. First thing that I always do is I frame the photo for whoever's taking the photo for me. So if Brandon were taking a photo of me, I'll go ahead and hold the phone exactly how I want him to hold it. I'll like stand where he should be standing. I'll hold my phone, frame the photo, so I'll show him like, okay, come over here, this is how I want it to look. And then I'll hold the phone like that so that he can come over, grab the phone, and then all you have to do is move into that little area and have them take pictures of you. So framing the photo just takes the guesswork out of everything. If you want your angles really, really low, I like the low angles because it makes my legs look really, really long. You guys should already know that. So I like to hold my phone really low, the same exact angle that I want it to look like if I want a certain part of the building to be in there or whatever. Even if you're having strangers take your photo, especially if Brandon and I are out in public and we want a picture of us two together, because we really don't have a whole lot of photos together. Sometimes we'll just ask a stranger, hey, can you take a picture of us? Brandon will stand where we'll be standing and I'll hold my phone for the stranger and show them like, can you take it like this? And they'll just come over. That way, super easy. Sometimes if the person is struggling a little bit, I'll even have the other person stand where I would normally be standing and take a picture of them, just like a practice photo, and then show them the photo and be like, this is how I want it to look. If I'm with Brandon and sometimes he struggles even, I feel like that's a little bit extra. It's only if that person is really struggling and say you're like shooting with a friend and you've dedicated a day to like taking photos. You just want to make sure that they get that good shot of you, you know? The more quickly they can get it, the easier you'll be done. So really, you're helping them. If you're not lucky enough to have an Instagram boyfriend and often you go shooting with a friend, most of the time I even like to go second and take the picture of my friends first. So that way, when I'm done taking pictures of them and it's my turn to go up and pose, I'll show them the pictures I took of them and be like, this is the pictures that I took for you. I want it to look like that. Frame the photo like that. And the less guesswork, the better. Next step. So first step is to frame the photo for them. Second step is to tell them to take a lot of photos. You need to explicitly tell them to take a lot of photos, because otherwise you're just going to take 2 or 3 and you're blinking in half of them, or they're blurry, or you don't like the pose or whatever. And the more photos that you have taken of you, the more likely you're able to find one that you really like. And if you guys watch my video on how to look more photogenic in photos, in that video I talked more about how you vary your poses in all your photos, whether that is like changing your facial expressions, changing your pose, maybe the way that you angled your face, maybe smiling bigger and less in certain pictures. It allows every single picture to come out slightly different, so that way if there's a picture where you don't really like the pose but you like your face, or like you wish you were smiling in this picture, your smile looked weird, by varying those poses little by little, it just makes it more likely that you're able to find a picture that you like. But this only works if your photographer is taking a lot of pictures for you. I prefer burst, just because I be blinking a lot and I hate to have a good picture and my face is just like bad. It makes the picture not postable. So if you guys don't know how to take a burst, normal photos, you tap this button, but for a burst, drag it left. and the number that's increasing shows that this is a burst photo. That way when you go in your photos, you can hit select and there's all these different photos to choose from. So I way prefer burst just because that right there was already 23 photos and I already know what poses I'm gonna do. So while they're taking their burst, I'm just already like doing all my little poses and changing everything slightly, you know? So some people struggle with this. I was recently at the flea with my girlfriend Rachel and she just could not get the burst down. If you hold it for too long, it's gonna record a video. So you don't wanna hold it for very long, you just wanna drag it left. And that's how you take a burst. A lot of the times if I'm having my friends or Brandon take pictures of me, I'm just like, just take a burst. Take a lot of photos. That way I'm happy with at least like a couple, you know? Posing in public can be a little bit nerve-wracking, and at first when I first started taking photos, I was a little bit nervous and almost embarrassed, but honestly, at the end of the day, you're never gonna see all these people ever again, so why does it matter? Who cares if they're judging you? Because if you get a bomb-ass photo, it doesn't matter. And so nowadays, if I go out in public and take photos, I'm not even embarrassed at all because people are probably used to seeing it by now. It takes me like 5 minutes to take a good picture, and so it doesn't really matter. Okay, they're watching like a crazy action movie. I don't know if you can hear like the gunshots and bombs going off. Anyways, it really helps if you have go-to poses that you want to do. If I'm taking an outfit picture, some of my go-to poses are to fake walk toward the camera. It's just super easy, looks really candid and super effortless. Another pose that I like is just a spinning situation. Any type of like action shot that's super quick and easy is ideal. Another pose that I really like is just to have my hand on my hip, grab my bag, hold my drink. Whatever prop I can hold just makes it so much easier, but a lot of the spinning and walking poses are like some of my go-tos. Last tip that I have is after your friend is done taking pictures of you, go through your phone and quickly just go through all the photos. Make sure there's at least a couple in there that you like. Sometimes I go through photo sets and I'm like, I don't like any of these. Can we please retake them? It's just disappointing going home and seeing that you don't like any of the photos and then it's too late. You know what I mean? As you guys may know, I'm an influencer and I've been doing this now for almost 3 years. I take most of my pictures at home, so if you haven't seen my video yet on how I take all of my own photos, definitely make sure to check it out. I'll link it up in the eye. But it's always fun though to go out and take pictures in public in new different locations and stuff like that, and I just feel like over the years Brandon has gotten so much better. When we first started shooting, Brandon wouldn't even be able to tell me to like fix my hair or my flies down. He just would only be able to focus on one thing, but now we've gotten into a rhythm where he can tell me, oh, I don't really like that pose, you should try to do this, here's a better location. He'll like actually add to the whole experience. The more you shoot with someone, the better they're gonna get. Be patient with them. Also, make sure you spend a lot of time on Instagram and Pinterest. Pull inspo that you like. Try to find a similar location, try to replicate the poses, and maybe even show your photographer, friend, or whatever that like this is a photo that you want to recreate, and that way they have something in mind. You know exactly what type of poses you're gonna do, what type of angle and stuff like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope this video was helpful for you, whether you are trying to be an influencer or you just want to up your Instagram game. I'm here for you. I have all the tips and tricks and I'm an open book. So next video to watch after this is how to grow your Instagram. I posted this a couple of weeks back. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I grew over 100K this year, and on Instagram, that's a lot. So I packed all the tips and tricks that I learned this year into that video. Definitely check that out if you haven't already. I'll go ahead and link it up in the corner. My hair, I actually blow dried it today and I feel like my bangs look so stinking good. So if you guys want to see a video on like how I blow dry my hair, let me know. For next part of my Instagram series, I thought I would maybe either show you guys my home studio, some of the lights that I like to use, my camera. I also was thinking about taking you guys behind the scenes with me on a content day, showing you how I take like 1 to 2 weeks worth of content in like one sitting. Just let me know what you want to see next, because I do read all of your comments and I take your suggestions and recommendations very, very seriously. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll go ahead and link all the makeup that I'm wearing down below. That is all. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram because I'm super active on there, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye! Now that